1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready or not, here I come. Where's Riley girl? Do I hear Riley? I see you! I see you! Gotcha.
What's on you now?
Okay.
1, 2,
Oh,
3,
gosh.
4.
Ah! You found me! That's one thing about being unemployed. You get to do all kinds of things. Like play hide and go seek with your daughter. Why am I in the bathroom? I'm going to a college today to see about taking some certification courses on Microsoft Word and Excel. My laptop's dusty. I took Riley to my dad-in-law's so I can get things done. And my nephew is going to be sleeping here for the next few days because his parents are out of town. And then gotta take my niece to her horse training lesson. That's my hair. Oh yeah, we got beans in the corn. Friend of ours. Oh, and more beans. Wow. I need something quick though, because I'm about to have to go. I've decided not to eat. For now. So I have to admit, it doesn't seem like a whole lot's been going on as far as ministry goes. Which, I mean, admittedly, yeah, I said I was going to take a break. Which is ironic, because now that, I don't have a job, I could be... Man, my hair looks horrible. I could be doing a lot of videos now that I'm, unemployed, and I have all this free time to do stuff. I thought about doing Torah portions. But everybody's doing Torah portions. But, I think if I'm going to focus on a single book, as far as teachings, I think I'll do Deuteronomy, Devarim. There was something else I had in mind, but I can't remember now. It's just, oh gosh, it's just, I don't know. Because a lot of questions have come up in the group where I do Bible study about, are we doing what we should be doing? Are we going out and, doing the evangelism of the scriptures? What are we doing really? Because, and what's so discouraging, I think, is that, I talk to several people, including people in my family, about Torah, and I give, I kind of put my best foot forward about, is that even the right phrase? About, how Scripture teaches us that we're actually supposed to be keeping Torah, and, Sunday worship is, a pagan thing, and if you really want to consider it, it's anti-Semitic, and it's just not, it's discouraging, I guess, because I know the Scripture says that we're supposed to go out and make disciples. It's like anyone who I tell about Torah and, how Yeshua kept the Torah and stuff, and then I have to explain that Yeshua means Jesus, or is Jesus. It's just, I don't know. Well, see, even the term Messianic is frowned on a lot of Hebrew roots movements, just because of things that, people like Michael Rood and stuff have done with the name Messianic, and then, what they portray as Messianic and stuff, it turns into a bad word. And so a lot of people have shunned even the term Messianic, and it's like, gosh, it's like, I can't call myself anything correctly. I have to give, this big, broad definition of what I am, and, it's it's religiosity is what it is. It's religiosity. It's all these different kinds of things. And and two, let me say this. I didn't have a conversation with him. I was involved in this bit of discussion, sort of. Nehemiah Gordon posted on his Facebook why he does not believe in the Aleph bets, Hebrew letters having, being word pictures, and he does accept that yes, they drew a picture of a house as bait so that we knew what that letter was, how to pronounce it and everything. And that's true. He got that right. But everything else was like this eisegetical, he's like, well, it could be this way, so therefore it's untrue. And, it's like, and I respect him as a teacher. He's done wonderful things for Karaites and Hebrew root movement, Christian Messianics, whatever you want to call them. But it's like, okay, just because you may be the more learned person in the room, you have this long history, it seems, of not being able to connect dots, and you have fully admitted this yourself. And you even don't seem to really grasp the spiritual side of Scripture. You only adhere to the letter. Therefore, I know people who have given their lives to Torah because of the Hebrew word pictures. If it's an arbitrary system to you, you have to consider one thing. Scripture can also be arbitrary, unless there is a founding principle, the foundation. What is foundation of Scripture? It's Yehovah, the Creator, the Almighty. What is the message? It drives every bit of the Torah and the law and the prophets. It's the love, the loving of the Creator, the loving of the neighbor. And so to interpret Scripture based on who Yehovah says he is and who he is. So, look at the word picture, because I was taught, and according to Scripture, that not only to adhere to the letter, but also the spirit is the spirit of the law and the letter of the law. The letter of the Torah and the spirit of the Torah. And let me explain it this way. Murder, okay, bad. It says, thou shalt not kill. That's the letter. It's like, okay, because it says that, I will not murder. Now, what is the spiritual side of that? Well, for one, it's not loving. I mean, you get the picture. So now look at the word pictures. The Aleph is like a picture of an ox head or a bull, something like that. And that's representative of, the power and the headship of the Creator for one, but also if you connect the Aleph and the Beit, it comes Av, which is father in Hebrew, and the father is the head of the home. You get those word pictures together. His argument was like, well, you could also twist it to mean this. And it's like, why would you want to twist it? It's like, well, because, if you take Yeshua's name and you put it backwards and it spells this and it's like the power of the hand, blah, 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 it could mean Satan's hand. It's like, okay, but why would the Creator put in it that it is the, Satan's hand, the adversary's hand? Why would he do that? The foundation here is Yehovah, not Satan. Why would you twist it in that way to make your point? It makes no sense. The foundation of Torah is Yehovah. Foundation of Hebrew, in my belief, is Yehovah. He spoke everything into existence by the Hebrew language. That is my belief. And I believe that the Hebrew letters show that by the word pictures. Why would you dare even consider trying to twist this just so you can... And I can see it too, because he even said this kind of, a roundabout way. And it's because it gives more power to Yeshua being the Mashiach, the Messiah. And it's funny, those of us who accept that Yeshua is the Messiah, we can embrace the word pictures because it's not a problem. But those who can't accept Yeshua as the Messiah, they flat out reject the word pictures, even if it's the greatest evidence. And they, he says, yeah, I could point to Yeshua, but if I twist it this way, it doesn't work. And it's like, you really want to twist things just so you don't have to accept Yeshua. That's pride, and I don't appreciate it. Okay, there's your Messianic in America rant. I'm gonna go get a burger. basically found out that I'd be able to take... I can sign up for the class like 2 days in advance if I want to, or I can do it now, a few weeks in advance. And I can basically... what would happen though is there has to be like 2 or 3 people at least taking the class. And if there's not, then they reimburse my money. Now, I'm happy at the fact that I get my money back, but I want to take the class. And for me, it's time sensitive because this has to do with me getting a job. And basically, I don't know if I said this already, but I went to the Department of Labor, tried to, ask them to help me figure out about a job or something, and they said, hey, do you know Microsoft Word or Excel? And I'm like, no, not really. They said, oh, well, if you did, we had at least 10 job openings. I was just like, so it would be a really good idea for me to learn that stuff. And, yeah, basically. So that's my plan. Now I'm gonna go pick up my niece.